You wake up tired, even on days you technically didn't do anything. Your phone says it's morning, your brain says it's already behind, and your life says, good luck catching up. Somewhere between scrolling, overthinking, and promising yourself that tomorrow will be different, a quiet conclusion forms in your head. Success just isn't for people like you. It feels distant, unreal, almost fictional, like one of those things other people are born closer to, the way some people are born closer to money, confidence, or functional families.
But here's the part no one likes to say out loud. Success doesn't feel impossible because you're lazy, broken, or unlucky. It feels impossible because there are systems already running your life, silently, efficiently, without asking for your permission. You don't fight them. You don't even notice them most of the time. And that's the trick. These systems don't scream at you. They whisper. They don't push you to fail. They gently guide you toward comfort, distraction, self-doubt, and just enough hope to keep you stuck. And the reason you feel like you're trying so hard but going nowhere is because you're swimming against currents you didn't even know existed. The first system starts before you even open your eyes. It's the system of attention theft. Your attention is treated like a natural resource, extracted, refined, sold, and monetized by people who will never meet you. You wake up and the world has already decided what you should care about today. Notifications, headlines, trends, outrage, inspiration, fear, all carefully engineered to hijack your focus.
You think you're choosing what to watch, what to read, what to think about. That's cute. What's actually happening is that your brain is being trained like a lab animal. Short bursts of novelty, tiny hits of validation, endless comparison disguised as motivation. And by the time you're done scrolling, your mental energy is gone. Not because you worked hard, but because your attention was quietly drained dry.
Success requires deep focus, long stretches of boredom, silence, thinking. And this system is designed to make all of that feel unbearable. It conditions you to need constant stimulation. So when it's time to do something difficult, meaningful, or slow, your brain panics. You call it procrastination. It's actually withdrawal. The second system is the comfort trap. Modern life has made survival so convenient that discomfort feels optional and therefore intolerable. Food arrives instantly. Entertainment is infinite. Pain can be numbed with distractions, substances, or scrolling until you forget why you were uncomfortable in the first place. This system doesn't ruin you by making life hard. It ruins you by making life too easy in all the wrong places. You never have to sit with boredom long enough to create something. You never have to sit with pain long enough to understand it. You never have to face yourself long enough to change. Growth lives in discomfort. But this system teaches you that discomfort is a problem to be eliminated, not a signal to be listened to. So every time something feels hard, awkward, or uncertain, you escape. And every escape reinforces the idea that you're not capable of staying, not capable of enduring, not capable of becoming. The third system is invisible guilt programming. From the moment you're aware enough to compare yourself to others, you're taught a specific lesson. Your worth is conditional. It depends on productivity, achievement, approval, results. You're praised when you perform, ignored when you don't, and subtly shamed when you fall behind. Over time, this creates a strange internal contradiction. You desperately want success, but you're also terrified of it, because failure would confirm your worst fears, and success would raise expectations you don't believe you can maintain. So you hover in the middle, not failing dramatically, not succeeding fully, just existing in a state of constant self-judgment. The system keeps you exhausted because guilt is heavy. It drains motivation faster than laziness ever could. And the more you feel guilty for not doing enough, the harder it becomes to actually do anything at all. The fourth system is the identity cage. somewhere along the way, you absorbed a story about who you are. Maybe you are not disciplined. Maybe you're bad with money. Maybe you're not confident, not creative, or not built for success. These identities feel personal, but they're usually inherited. Labels given to you by parents, teachers, peers, or a single painful experience that branded itself into your memory. And once an identity is installed, your brain works tirelessly to protect it.
You don't fail because you can't succeed. You fail because succeeding would challenge the story you've been telling yourself for years. Your habits, choices, and self-sabotage aren't random. They're loyal to an identity that feels familiar, even if it hurts. This system is especially dangerous because it disguises itself as self-awareness. You think you're being honest with yourself, when in reality, you're just repeating old programming. And every time you say, "That's just how I am," the cage locks a little tighter.
The fifth system is time distortion. This one is subtle and cruel. It convinces you that you have plenty of time, and also no time at all. You tell yourself you'll start later, when things calm down, when you're more confident, when you know more. At the same time, you feel constantly rushed, like life is slipping through your fingers.
This creates paralysis. You don't act because it feels too late to start small and too early to risk big. So you wait, and waiting becomes a lifestyle. Days blur together, years pass quietly, and one day you look back and can't remember when exactly you stopped believing in yourself, only that it happened slowly enough to feel normal.
These 5 systems don't need to chain you to a wall. They don't need to yell at you or punish you. They work because they feel natural, invisible, logical. They make you think your struggle is personal, when it's actually structural. And here's the darkly ironic part. The moment you start noticing these systems, they lose some of their power. Not all of it, but enough to change the game. Awareness doesn't magically make life easy. It makes it honest. Success stops feeling impossible when you realize you're not broken. You're just being managed. Your attention, your comfort, your guilt, your identity, your sense of time, all quietly guided in directions that benefit everything except your long-term growth. And no, there's no dramatic escape montage, no overnight transformation, just small, uncomfortable acts of rebellion, sitting in silence, doing one hard thing without distraction, letting yourself be bad at something new, questioning the stories you repeat about yourself, treating time like something precious instead of something endless. It's not glamorous, it's not viral, and it doesn't look impressive from the outside, but it's real and it's rare. Success doesn't arrive when you finally feel ready. It arrives when these systems stop running your life on autopilot and you start choosing, slowly and painfully, to run it yourself.